Hi Engineering Janta, I am Vaibhav Shukla and today we are going to learn about searching as well as linear search. But before we begin for today's video, let's understand what exactly searching is. It is very simple. Searching means trying to find out something or looking for something, okay? Then what is linear search? I'll dive deep into this. But before we go ahead, follow us on various social media handles mentioned here so that you never miss a hiring update which is important for your career. Also, top 3 comments today get Prep Insta Prime subscription for free, so don't miss out on that opportunity. Okay? Now, let's dive in deep for understanding what is linear search. I told you what is searching. किसी चीज को ढूंढना searching है. Simple, right? Then what is linear search? Imagine you have a row of boxes and in each box there is a toy that is kept, okay? And you're trying to find out your favorite toy. Say for me it was my that favorite short Shin-chan toy, okay? So I'm trying to find out that Shin-chan. So to find out that Shin-chan toy, what is the easiest method available to me? I'll open every box in that row and I'll check whether the Shin-chan is there in that particular box or not. If it is there, I'll pull out the toy, I'll start playing. If it is not there, I'll simply say, I've searched the entire row of boxes, there is no Shin-chan. Simple. So this process of opening every box one by one, searching for that particular toy that I'm looking for, and then trying to find out that particular toy, this whole process is called linear searching, okay? This method of opening and checking every particular location in the row or in the array or in the list is called linear searching, okay? So you check each element in a list or array one by one until you find the item you're looking for, or you actually reach the end of the list. Very simple about this, okay? This whole process is called linear searching. Now, I'll move ahead and we'll see the program through which we implement linear searching. I'll explain this portion of the program first so that you understand how things are passed to the function. Then I'll explain you how the linear search function that we have written works, okay? So, this is the main function where we actually pass the parameters, right? We have declared and initialized an array. If you don't know how this is done, go ahead, watch the previous video, you'll learn what is happening here. Very simple, okay? So we have an array containing these particular elements. So on the next blank slide, I'll make this array, okay? 10, 5, then I guess it was 15, 21, minus 3 and 7. This was the array if I'm not wrong. Let's check. Yes, that's the array. So what I just showed you is the visual representation of this array, okay? And what we are trying to do here is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. These are the index of each elements. What are indexes? What are indices? Go ahead, check in the previous video of arrays, you'll find that particular topic there, okay? Now, what happens is, once we have this array initialized, we try and check the number of elements present in this array. How do we find out? We divide the size occupied by the whole array from the particular space occupied by a single element, okay? What you do is, you say that there is a size that is occupied by this whole array. Let's divide it from the space occupied by one particular element. What would it give? The number of elements present. Simple plain mathematics. What I'm trying to say is, say there are 6 elements. In usual compilers, it is 4 bytes that an integer value occupies. So there are 6 values, 24 total size of this array, 24 bytes. So I am saying that 24 divided by 4, which is size of this particular element. A single element occupies 4 bytes, okay? Now when I divide this and I get 6, this is what I say as length, okay? I have passed this in the variable length or len, the variable which is written here, okay? I have passed this 6 as a value in this, okay? I have assigned this value to len variable. Now, say that I need to find 21 this is the element that I am searching for. So I'll pass this value to the item variable that I've declared. Okay, so what I've done is I have passed this value. I'm trying to find out 21, so I've passed this value to item. Okay, now what happens is we have a function called as linear search. We pass this array, okay, this len variable, which is nothing but the number of elements in the array, and this item we pass on to the linear search function. Okay, once we pass this on, what happens in the linear search function? Let's look at it. So what happens is array is passed here, len, the length or the number of elements are passed here in this variable, and then the item that you're trying to find out is passed here. Okay, now there is a for loop written inside. What happens is you have a counter variable I, which is initialized to 0 till I is lesser than len, which basically means till I is lesser than 6, which basically says that I would start from 0 and it can go up to 5, which is the last index in your array. Okay, this is the last index in your array. So you let your I reach till 5, and after every iteration you increment the I. Simple for loop. Okay, so what you're trying to check inside the for loop is, for every index you will check whether the value at that index is equal to the item that you are searching for. Okay, you check whether at a particular index, say I is 0, for the first iteration I is 0, right? So for array of 0, you try and check whether it is equal to item or not. Here item is 21, here item is 21, right? You try to check it for array of 0, basically at this 0th index 10 is present, this value. Is it true? Is 10 equal to 21? It's not, so it is false. When this condition turns out to be false, this I would not work. This if block would not work, and it would simply increment the I value. Okay, so I value gets incremented, I becomes 1. Now you check for first index, is it equal to item? Is 5 equal to 21? It's not, again false. Again I is incremented, that if block is not executed. Now I is equals to 2, array of 2, or the value at index 2, is it equal to item? Is it equal to 21? 15? No, 15 is not equal to 21, again false. Again that if block won't function, right? Now we again increment the I value and it becomes 3. Now there is an interesting catch. Why so? At array 3, which is nothing but the value at the third index or the index 3 in this array, okay, what is it? It is actually 21. Now this becomes true, this condition is true because this is also 21, this is also 21, so this becomes true. What happens is this if block now gets executed. Once it gets executed, what you get as output is item found at index, particular index would be mentioned after this. What is mentioned after this is, in this particular place, what you do is you have item 21, right, found at index, this would be written as 21 found at index, and then the I value, which is current value, which is 3 right now, you will say 21 found at index 3. You could have simply said we found 21. That is all we need to search, right? That is all we need to do in linear search. But this is a good practice to give the index at which the particular element is found. So you write 21 found at index 3. That is what you get as an output. Okay. Say that this value would have been 20. Say that मान लो ये value 20 होती, then what would have happened? You would have seen then this would have become false. I would again we had incremented I would have become 4. What would happen after this? Array of 4 would be checked. element at the index 4 would be checked. Is it equal to 21? No, it is not. Again, I would be incremented, if won't work. Then at this array of 5, which is nothing but, this is not 8, just a minute guys, this is 5. So here, we'll check it again for 21. It is not true again. So what I'm trying to show you is, if this array would have not contained 21, what would have happened is, it would have checked every time, and then the particular if condition would have been false every time. So after the loop's iterations would have completed, when you had reached the end of the array and you had not found any element that you were searching for, what would have happened was, you would have received this particular output, not found. Had this value been 20, this whole iteration would have resulted in nothing. You would have found not found. As it was 21, what happened was, at array index 3, this item matched the index 3 value. The value at index 3 was matched with the item. So you just gave this as the output, that 21 found at index 3, which is the current value of I in this case, and then you return, and this program simply stops working. Okay, so this is how linear search works. This is very, very simple. The basic searching technique is called linear searching, searching one by one, okay, in a manner in an array is called linear search. So that's all for today's video. You do follow us on Instagram, you do follow us on LinkedIn, connect with us on WhatsApp and Telegram, so that you never miss important updates related to your career. Also, top 3 comments today get Prep Insta Prime for free. So go ahead, get these free subscriptions. Okay. Remember one thing, whatever knowledge you're getting here, go spread it. Keep doing good for people. The good will come back to you. Okay. Keep doing good without expectations. That's all for today's video. Have a good day.